If you're looking for a ship to pump adrenaline like nothing else can, to keep you on the edge of your chair and push you further than you thought was possible, then look no further and meet the Gladius. The Gladius, an awe-inspiring ship that demands respect from its enemies and pilots alike. When Aegis Dynamics released the Gladius, its impact was immediately felt throughout the UEE military, and now it's our turn to experience this power. So join me as I take you through the styling, loadouts and game loops for this truly fearsome beast. And if you enjoy what you see, a like, sub and share would go very far for a small channel like mine, and also stick around till the end and hear about a giveaway I'm running right now. For anyone new to Star Citizen or Squadron 42, it's likely you've already seen the Gladius. It's no secret that CIG updates this ship extremely regularly, keeping every feature pristine and adding a level of polish that some may deem excessive, but more on this in a little bit. When it comes to styling, take one look at the Gladius and its purpose is clear. From its relatively narrow body to an aggressive wing design, all the way down to the large heavy duty landing gear, this isn't just a fighter, it's an attrition machine, designed to be slammed down onto a carrier's deck with the assurance everything will still work once called upon. Keeping the fuel tanks below the ship's central body allows an improved centre of mass alongside 2 of the 3 size 3 hardpoints, and when you fire up those engines, it sounds like true power. So now it's time to work our way inside. And this is where Star Citizen's Gold Standard Pass begins to really shine. Upon powering on, your character actually goes through the animation of interacting and prepping the Gladius. I cannot wait until we see small features like this on all ships. The MFD placements are perfect on the Gladius, 2 easily noticeable displays can be seen almost all the time, offering the perfect amount of information in combat. And when it comes to seeing what you're fighting, the field of view of the cockpit is superb. So anyone who's seen my videos before knows it's time for a styling issue, and thankfully we have no god-awful cable management. In fact, I can only find one small error here. When buying a ship brand new, all MFD panels come pre-smudged with someone's fingerprints. It seems at 1,200,000 AUEC, the microfiber cloth isn't included. We were so close, Aegis, so close. Kitting out the Gladius offers the usual array of repeaters or cannons. However, it's important to remember the role of the ship before deciding what to take. While you can do PvE, this is only the beginning of what is on offer here. In PvP, repeaters are far superior due to ease of aim and desync issues, which are unfortunately a big factor in non-arena commander modes. For this reason, I cannot think of any reason to take cannons on your Gladius, but let me know below if you have an opinion on that. For your 3 size 3 hardpoints, any repeaters will do fine, as they all offer the same module HP, burst DPS and sustained DPS. Personally, I have chosen attritions simply because the front hardpoint is just visible when flying. Is this a good reason? Not really. 2 size 1 shields protect the Gladius during combat. Because of the current strong trend to use distortion weapons, I recommend 2 FR66. These are grade A military components offering the best resistance from module shutdown. If or when in the future we see a meta shift to ballistic weapons, then 2 Palisade shields would be a good choice due to their extra ballistic reducing modifiers. Powering our whole build is one JS300 grade A military power plant. This once again offers us the best module HP while easily providing us more than enough power. Moving swiftly onto coolers, and 2 grade A size 1 coolers will do the trick here. The ideal build here is Gladius, thanks to their added HP. But if distortions hit you, it's likely coolers won't be the first point of concern. Who knows though, it's important to keep your chill in those situations. You see what I did there? Chill, because I'll show myself out. Finally, as ever, our quantum drive. Now, usually I tell you the Atlas drive isn't the fastest, but can get you around the whole of Stanton in one tank, and well, this is still my recommendation here for the vast majority of cases. But let's move on to the playstyle of the Gladius, where you may see a better option emerge. Instead of starting off with the PvE grinding loop, let's take a look at the roles that are perfect for the Gladius. Starting off with Jumptown 2.0, this offers a great opportunity for new and veteran pilots to battle over a drug production facility. The Gladius is arguably the best fighter, light or medium, for this role. Its great speed and insane maneuverability gives you every opportunity to own the skies. If you are playing as a team, some pilots should switch to distortion weapons, which don't cause damage but disable the enemy's electricals until they crash into the moon below. It's quite fun to watch. Continuing the group trend, let's remember this is a predominantly carrier-borne fighter for the UEE, therefore it makes perfect sense to get some buddies together and roleplay that carrier lifestyle, and in these cases an extremely fast, short-range quantum drive makes perfect sense. That's why the VK-00 is one to consider. It has a range of 27 million kilometers and fits the role perfectly. For those solo players interested in PvP bounties, the Gladius makes perfect sense. While it's no herald in a straight line, at 1,236 meters per second, this ship can really move. Of course, for those PvE lovers, rest assured the Gladius can do that for days. The best place to do this is around Crusader, mainly because of the lower distance between moons and lack of space debris, which can be a nightmare to see in the dark. The optimal game loop for the Gladius is group VHRTs, followed by single VHRTs until the group mission respawns. Typically this was 2 to 3 for me. So how much money can you make? Well, with a 15% bonus from both Northrop and Crusader security, I averaged around 580,000 AUEC per hour. So the Gladius, an amalgamation of speed, maneuverability and firepower, neatly tied together with the Squadron 42 Gold Standard Seal of Approval. Regardless of if you like this ship or not, it's a great sign to see where all ships will be headed in Star Citizen. In a game as beautiful as this, small details really do count, and I cannot wait to see other ships receive this much attention. But who is the Gladius for? Well, obviously anyone interested in combat needs to pick up this ship. It outperforms the vast majority of ships in this class, while offering you a truly no-holds-barred flying experience. But don't think for a second that simply flying the best ship totally offsets talent. In fact, flying the Gladius can be incredibly difficult. As a keyboard and mouse user, I struggle to not overroll this ship in combat. Having spoken to joystick users, their variable input removes this issue, so your mileage may vary here. When it comes to PvP, this is the ship of choice. Unlike most ships, the Gladius doesn't min-max its stats. You have enough firepower to rip through most shields, enough speed to keep up with most targets, and a decent amount of protection to keep you in the game for long enough. If you are serious about events such as Jumptown, there is no single seat alternative. But for PvE, truth be told, I don't love this ship. Its strengths suddenly become weaknesses. In PvP, you should be on edge, correcting any errors and thinking fast. But when fighting bots, I don't want to be battling the twitchy roll rate because the benefits are simply not there. To be frank, I'd rather use a slightly slower ship that offers more damage because here, time is money. By no means is the Gladius bad at PvE, it just feels misused here. Overall, I can wholeheartedly say the Gladius is one to pick up, regardless of your experience in Star Citizen. This ship will teach you to respect its capabilities and reward those who devote time into mastering its talents. The price is easily justifiable thanks to lack of gimmicks, stealth features or alien tax, to the point where nothing really competes until you enter the 2 million AUBC mark. And even then, a good pilot will easily still win. As the game grows, the Gladius will become increasingly prevalent as a carrier fighter, opening a whole new world to cooperative gameplay. While I'm not one to conform to the meta in games, this is not another single-seat combat fighter. This is the combat fighter, and sometimes there is no substitute for perfection. So thank you for watching until the end, or most likely skipping here after the intro. Either way, you made it. To help grow the channel and say thank you to everyone who's already subscribed and commented on my videos, I will be giving away 2 standalone hover quads with LTI. These make the perfect LTI token to start off a CCU chain or simply a fun ground vehicle to get around with. To enter, Simply subscribe and leave a comment on this or any of my Star Citizen content. Then once I hit 500 subscribers, look out for a separate results video which will contain steps to claim the prize. There is a maximum of 1 entry per video, therefore if you comment on 4 separate videos, that's 4 entries. And best of luck to everyone, and thank you so much for subscribing and continuing to support my channel.